things on YouTube and through live streaming and podcasting. And I'm just going to bring Scott back. First of all, there he is.
Who knows what happens?
There you go. Anyway, we're going to bring CJ in. You ready? Here we go. Woohoo! Hey, CJ.
Hi guys.
I
Scott
was
was testing
laughing.
you. Make sure you have your, tech mad skills coming up.
That's right.
There you go.
Stress
I
tested.
I was laughing last night, CJ. I was on CJ's show last night with a bunch of the co-authors of A Note to My Family, and it was a great, amazing group and show. And everybody that knows what they're doing seems to have trouble remembering to unmute themselves to be able to do things. And it's funny because it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it, it still happens, and it is live, and it just goes out live whether you are muted or unmuted. But CJ, it's so good to have you this morning. You are such a blessed friend. I mean, I appreciate all that you're up to. Why don't you give everybody a little snapshot of who is CJ and what are you up to?
A lot of things. The most recent one is what you're saying is the anthology, and I'm doing it with my four sisters. Nick, and I'm sure she's at work right now because she's in New York. And of course, my sister Susanna Don, who's an author, probably have 7 books right now, really, for this year alone. And of course,
Wow.
my sister Christine, who's an educator, K to 12. I'm the educator that from I used to do three-year-olds all the way to high school senior, K to 12 for 3.5 years. And I said, not for me. And I went to higher ed. And I've been in higher ed for about 10 years. I own my own business. I have 2 kids, one adult kid. I think she's an adult. And 3 dogs, married for 20 years, and lots of projects. Look, really, my most recent post, which was last night, I couldn't sleep and trying to get the momentum of what we're talking about, our legacy, right? In our anthology. And just kind of reflecting back on how grateful I am for having life. I've seen friends who lost lives by choice and not by choice. And having gone through cancer, and I know you're going through that journey right now, I wanted to inspire people that just because someone tells you who happens to be your doctor, by the way, you're going to die in 8 months. I was like, great. Thank you. Thank you for that news. Now what? What are we supposed to do? We don't want to
Mhm.
die. So what's the other road? And they're like, well, and that tone. And I don't take no for an answer. So I will always try to find a maybe. And here I am after 2011, still alive and kicking. So I wanted to inspire people that the worst news in your life can be the energy that propels you for the rest of your life. But you have to live your every single moment as if it's your last, and you actually will live fulfilling life.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
really interesting. I love what you're saying here because when I give talks, I often am with this saying that says, "It's not about making money; it's about living a life that makes a difference." Right?
Yep.
And this is the thing that is sad because we have met people who are alive and have no prognosis, right? And yet you look at the way they live their life and what they're doing, and it's like it's as if you're already dead.
Hmm.
You're not making any impact. You're not making any changes in other people's lives that are for the positive. And what a waste that is.
yeah.
Yeah. Sad life, really, because I think we're made for community, and that it's really the measurement of how, for me, life is the measurement of how much impact you have done for your
Hmm.
neighbors, right? And because of technology, our neighbors could be in the UK, or it could be in New York, or it could be in South Africa. I have friends who stays on my live stream at 2 in the morning just to say
Hmm.
hello. It's
Right.
amazing.
Well, it is amazing, and I have been blessed as we have, really over the last few years, really been thrust onto the world stage because of COVID to begin with. It's not that people weren't doing that beforehand, but just suddenly all of this became more normal for people, and it's been a real blessing. And some of my best friends are in weird places all around the world, like my little sis, who is here and ready to roll, who we're going to bring into the house as she gets all adjusted. She's not doing her curlers right now, so that's good. But the glitter practitioner, Dr. Noopy Aurora, in the
Mhm.
house. Woohoo! Hey,
After
Noopy.
a long journey, thousands of miles.
Oh, that was an insane journey. Good morning. Hello. Hi, CJ. Hi, Russ. Hi, Scott. Oh my goodness me. Do you know I only got home today? I don't know what time. And I couldn't keep my eyes open because I hadn't slept for like over 24 hours. And I just woke up like literally 10 minutes ago. I'm still in my aeroplane clothes, so I'm just kind of like, hello, this is the first time I've spoken.
Well, you're doing it
Oh,
well. You're doing it well, like always. And
ready.
it's interesting. Last week during the backstage show, which you are a sponsor of, during this show, and
I
during
was,
CJ's show, you were
yeah,
right here behind me.
I
And
know.
yes, it's so different. There we are. There was my beautiful
Oh,
daughter, Kyla. There we are with my beautiful wife. And you and I and Scott together. There we are. This was just, boy, I
you're
tell
not
you,
using
just a
any of
week ago.
my photos. My photos are way better.
Yes, it was.
We were having this constant argument. Oh, hi, it's so good to see everybody. I'm so sorry. Apologies for being late. Anyway,
No problem. No problem.
yeah.
Hey, for those people that don't know you, Noopy, tell them who is
Yes.
Noopy, the glitter practitioner? What are you up to?
So I am a GP, a family physician in the UK, and I am also a speaker and transformation life coach. And I have literally I've been in New York just very, very recently as I was keynote speaking, which was incredible at the Hope and Kindness rally, which was on 11/11, angel numbers. So what am I? Who am I? What am I all about? For me, it is spreading the magic about holistic care, true holistic care, which is alignment of your whole self, mind, body, and soul, and the alignment of your needs, most importantly. And I guide others how to recognize what these needs are, how to keep them replenished and restored, and how to bring them back into balance, really. So yeah, that's what I love doing, and that's what I love speaking about, and it's spreading glitter, spreading love, spreading glitter.
There you go.
That's me in a nutshell.
And she does spread glitter because
I do.
every time after seeing Noopy, Leah, my beautiful wife, would say, "Oh, by the way, you got glitter on you." Yes, I do. I had glitter on me because I was around the glitter goddess. So, but it's just the joy that you spread. And CJ, that's what I loved about you. I mean, through the challenges you've had, through all that you've done in life, you have just forged ahead and accomplished and done so many amazing things because you're just filled with so much joy and excitement in all that you do. And I appreciate that about you, CJ.
Thank you. I had to mute myself because I have a snoring English bulldog who doesn't want to leave my room. Anyhow, it
Oh,
happens all the time when I'm teaching.
CJ.
You just like, Dr. Leland, someone is snoring. Are you in the bedroom? I'm like, nope, that's my English bulldog. That's just how it happens in my house.
You'll have to get them a
Yeah,
little a doggy CPAP.
Yeah.
no, they basically, because of their nose are so flat. There's actually a surgery that we went to go look, and there's a 50% chance that if they go to the surgery, they will be better, and 50% chance they will die. I said no, thank you, no death in my that just let them snore. Actually I bought them an orthopedic bed and an orthopedic pillow, okay, for doggies. Let me tell you something. No, would they use it? No, they don't use it. They just sleep in my bed and snore the crap out of my ear. Okay, we'll just deal with that. That's just how it works in my family. I am actually jealous because all three of y'all got to hang out, and here I am. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Oh wow, they had fun. Oh
I'm
wow,
so
I'm
sorry.
sure they had
Do you
good
know-
lunch today and dinner. You guys are not nice. Like what? So I told him, I'm like, okay, next time you're coming to San Diego. That's what's
I'm
gonna
manifesting
happen.
it. I am manifesting it as we speak, CJ. But it was
Yeah.
honestly, the New York trip, the whole thing just very nearly didn't happen. And I had been there. There was a couple of things. Well, I primarily came over to see Russ and to do some work as well. We're doing a
I
collaboration
understand it was
project, and I am.
a secret project.
It
Yeah.
is. It
So
is.
stay
And I'm not
tuned.
saying any.
Stay
Stay
tuned.
tuned, because it's all about the edutainment. And yeah, I'm not going to say anything else because I will blurt it out.
Yeah, stop.
So,
I
and
know
I
you're gonna
didn't.
say something and you let slips. I
And
know what it is
I know.
too.
I know. Shh. And I was going to meet Susanna. I'm so sorry, Susanna. I never got to hook up with you. It was crazy. It was just very. It was very lovely. It's like a dream. Still feels like a dream, actually.
My favorite
Oh,
coffee shop there, by
We're
the way,
good.
we got to go to.
it was
But,
gorgeous. I was
hey, let's
literally just spending time with family.
yeah, it was great. But you know what? She'll be back,
I
CJ,
will.
and you will see her, and she'll be back to spread glitter in other parts of the U.S.
San Diego
But
is just a short drive from Oregon, just 1,000 miles. It's an easy drive, straight
yeah,
down
It is.
I-5.
No,
Yeah.
how about
it really
this?
is.
How about I will create an event. So Scott
Yeah.
and Russ will be here, and then you come
Yeah.
here, and we're good. So I got
There
a
you go.
gold glitter recently. It's my Mariah Carey glitter. It's actually like a
Uh-huh.
perfume glitter, and it's like
Oh.
the 1930s where you just squeeze it and just
Oh.
glitter
Oh.
everywhere.
Uh,
I'm a
I need
glitter
one in my
person too.
life.
Hello, my
I
mic.
Yeah, I was admiring this, CJ. I was admiring from the beginning that
Oh,
you have good
bless
equipment,
you.
but you didn't just let it be stock, right?
No.
You allowed your personality to come onto the equipment, which
I
I
think she
admire.
likes pink.
Yeah.
I think
I think
so.
yeah. And
Pink
I
and
love
flowers and beautiful designs, and it's just
Yes.
a great expression. But you have been honored numerous
Yes.
times with the work that you're doing. People are
Amazing.
saying, wow, you really got to tune in, and they're adding distribution. Let's learn a little bit about some of these. I know you can be humble about them, but just don't be humble for a moment. Just
This
let people
girl,
know what's going
this
on.
girl is amazing. She's
Yeah.
incredible. She's an inspiration. Come on, CJ, tell us.
Ah, well, okay. So last year I started my podcast and February because I had some issues as a dean of a university. I've been a dean 3 times in different university. And it was a communication problem, but adults were like, yeah, 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 all of them at Zoom. So I hang up the Zoom. I was like, I got to figure out a way where people can just listen in. So my girlfriend from Hong Kong, she's like, why don't you start a podcast? I was like, what? No. And she's like, no, seriously. And I'm like, I'm not an audio video technician, but she knows how I roll. I go big or I go home. That's my attitude. If I can't go big, I'm going home. I'm not doing it on any projects that I do because life is too short to go halfway in. I go 1,000% and I will not break. I will just keep pushing that gas until I hit empty. And then I'm going to regas again and keep going until I get that. I'm hyper focused. And then I think around June, I started to see traction. And I'm thinking, what happened? So I wanted to quit on May of last year because I wasn't a dean anymore. I was just a full-time worker in terms of education. I was teaching full-time at universities. And I got an email from someone, and the subject says, I wanted to kill myself. And I thought, oh, I think I murdered someone. I'm not doing this email. I had an anxiety actually reading that subject. I didn't open it for 3 days. And then my girlfriend said, did you not see the subject line? If she was dead, she wouldn't email you. Hello? Read it. And I was like, yeah, that logic kicked in. So I read it. And she was telling me that my second podcast was about my student who was 50-year-old, got recently divorced, was told by her husband she's not going to amount to anything. She's this and she's that. And she persevered. And she said, my biggest accomplishments at 50 is having my kids look at me and said, wow, mom, you went back to school. I'm so proud of you. And so because of that moment, every time I get lazy on my podcast to cut and edit, I think about that lady I just saved, her and her son's life. And so I'm going to keep going. That's what I did. I'm like, I'm just going to keep going. But because I no longer am in the university, The people who are on my podcast are no longer professors with PhDs and DBAs and students in the college, but I pivot to my community because I wanted to highlight people in my community as the king and queen that you guys are to see what life is all about. I want to see the messy side of life. Most importantly, in social media, we get to see da 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 da. Everyone has like big houses and Ferrari cars and Porsches, but you don't know how they got there, right? It's not a magic, and we're teaching the kids like, oh, if you close your eyes and open it and dream, it's there. No, it doesn't work like that. I wanted to get the people to say, hey, life is messy, but you don't have to go stay down. The reason I had that attitude is because of my cancer journey. So I kept going until I get magazines after magazines just covering. I think what really started and propelled me was being featured as a top 10 podcast to listen to in LA Weekly. And from there, magazine just keeps coming. And I just recently got featured in Voyage LA magazine 3 weeks ago. And then I also go to school full time while I work full time while I have my job. So right now, what is this? My fifth degree is going to be industrial and organizational psychology. But then 2 weeks ago, I got diagnosed with adult ADHD. Another thing that I have to figure out in my life. But you know what? Instead of me going down and thinking, oh, wow, I have this thing, I actually read up on it and I said, that makes sense. When people used to ask me, how do you do this and this and this and this? I'm like, I don't know. Now it makes sense that I can do everything. And I want to put it out there. This is my going out there that I went to 5 psychiatrists before this happens, by the way, because they all tell me, you don't got it. You're fine. But my family keeps saying, can you focus for a minute in this conversation? And I'm like, no, I'm bored. I already know what you're talking about. It's my husband. I've been married 20 years. I literally finish his sentences and he gets really annoyed. And I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me. And now I figure out it's nothing. It's my type of ADHD is actually more of hyper focused. So when I get a project, I will not stop. I won't relent until I get it. And I will not take no for an answer. And I always tell people, don't say no to me because you're going to need me tomorrow. They're like, no, I won't. No, yes, you do. Because I will make value you can't refuse. And watch me. And they're like, oh my God, you're right. I'm like, see, that's why you can't say no. It's always
No
open
wonder
that
you
up.
have an English
Huh?
bulldog, because no wonder you have an English bulldog. Also known
Yeah,
for
I am
not
stubborn.
giving up. Known for not giving up. Don't let go.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, and that's what, I noticed that right off the bat on Rattled Awake, working with CJ, that she not only grabbed hold of her project with hyperfocus, she also grabbed hold of my project and went through and did edits on my first project. She's done edits on my second project. And through all of these things going on, I am like amazed, at how much you're able to get done. And, I know though there's that fine balance, right? And Nupi, you are also extremely busy, and that fine balance because you went through a time in your life of burnout and had to realize we need to take care of ourselves through that, and we need to realize that we need to focus on what's important, right?
Yeah, so true, so true. And just listening to CJ just then, I'm just like sat here going, oh my goodness. And it's incredible. And good for you for staying tenacious in terms of, no, you felt something's not there, not right, you got your diagnosis. The thing is, everything you were saying, you are who you are. You are who you are. And everything that has shaped you to who you are right now is it's all part of it. It's all part of the pieces and the jigsaw and the puzzles. And it's when you really truly get to know and understand self that can you really start blossoming how you're meant to. You're absolutely following your passion, your purpose, your soul's purpose. It's evident. You literally light up when you're talking. It's like when I talk about my holistic care and how I, guide other people. But the balance is key, as I know, when it's out of balance. So it is making sure you put your needs first. It is making sure that you're filling yourself first and foremost, that you then can continue to sparkle and shine and pass this on to other people. And there's been many a time I've said to CJ and I have said to each other, okay, make sure, this is great. What about you? What about you? And you vice versa. I'm doing a project at the minute for Nick, the same one that Russ is doing, and CJ's going to be editing for me. And I'm like, where am I going to fit it in? I'm like doing this. We were practice sessioning. We were having bits and pieces for the reason I came over. And the one thing I made sure though was, you know what? I need to put me first. I need to make sure, because I've been working right to the minute of leaving. This was a lot about rest time for myself this last week. So, and I thought, I'll get it done. And if I get it done, fantastic. If not, there are other opportunities. I can resubmit. It's not a problem. But it is, being careful of how thinly you can spread yourself as well. And I've been very conscious of that lately, because it has been busier. And I think it's about awareness. If you're aware, you understand your needs, you can then put measures in place to keep them protected. And that's so important. Can't stress how important that is.
I think of that awareness, sis. Part of that is, that is perfect. I hope that's the theme of your story, is telling future generations how to focus and make sure you take care of you before you move forward. Because this is what's so cool about A Note to My Family, leaving a legacy, an anthology to talk to future generations, is what can you share with them about yourself, and what do you want them to know to make their life better? That's, what I'm looking at. I'm doing that every day, trying to encourage and inspire people here. But if I can encourage and inspire my family down the road by what I'm going through with my cancer journey, with what I'm going through with all of life right now, but still remaining positive and saying, hey, God's got this. I know that God's not done with me yet. And I am forging, like you said, CJ, I am pushing forward and going to make amazing things happen. But for right now, I've got to be the responsible host, because we're already at the end of our show. And so we'll have to do this more again. Can we do it time? I know.
Russ, big bro. Can we do this again, please? Because I kind of feel like I've floated in and I'm floating back out again.
We'll have to do this again. We'll schedule another show with you two. But I just want to thank you both for being here today. Scott and I appreciate you both so much. And I want to tell you, Noopy, what a blessing to have you here and spend time. That was so great. CJ, every time we get on and are able to talk and I see all the amazing things you're doing, I appreciate you. You're so amazing and have become such a great friend in a short amount of time. And we just want to wish you and everybody watching happy Thanksgiving coming up tomorrow. And remember to be thankful. And we're just trying to remind everybody that, but we're just so thankful for you. So, I'm going to say goodbye to both of you. But before I do that, I want you both to give us your gold nugget of today and tell us how people get in touch with you. Okay, Noopy, you go first.
No, CJ go first. Let CJ go first. Let CJ go first.
CJ, go first. There you go.
I'm thinking.
I would say be thankful, be grateful always, even if you're going through diversity in your life that you don't understand why you're sad, why you're depressed, and people are asking you, why are you sad? There's no point. You're living life. Don't listen to those naysayers. Listen to your own self. And remember, when you get angry, when you get sad, it's only 90 seconds of that. Let it pass. Close your eyes and said, you know what? I'm going to be better. I'm going to do better. And I am better. Live as if it is your last day today, because it could be. And just be happy. Right. Smile often. Okay. That's for sure.
And people get in touch with you, CJ?
Find me everywhere. If you Google my name, Constance Leland, you'll find me everywhere for sure.
There you go. And somehow it magically appeared below you while you were speaking. So all of it is right there and clickable in the comments, in the show notes to get to CJ. And amazing, amazing CJ. Okay, Noopy, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready now. Totally. So my golden glittery nuggets will be, and it's exactly what's part of what I share, follow your heart. Have the courage to follow your heart, your passions, and live unapologetically as you, being your bestest, boldest, brightest, most badass self, because you get one shot. You get one, grab it, grab every opportunity, and yeah, be you with bells on, basically.
All right. And people get in touch with you how?
Oh, yes, of course. You can get hold of me on LinkedIn, direct message me. There's also my Calendly link that's there. You can also, you can watch me every Monday at, still in Pacific Standard Time at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time, which is 8 p.m. GMT on Live with the Glitter Practitioner, which is produced by my big bro Russ. Where else? Oh, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, all under the Glitter Practitioner. And if you can't get hold of me, just get hold of Russ, basically, and he'll get
And
hold of
I'll
me.
just say everyone should reach out and find out how to get a hold of the Mariah Carey
I need it. Thank you, Scott.
perfumed glitter
I
from
need
CJ,
that.
recommended by CJ. There you go. That'll make life better.
That will, because
I
that's
should have.
exactly what glitter does.
There you go. I should have I should have keyed up Noopy singing in New York for on the video, but we'll have to do that
Don't
another
you
time.
dare.
So
Don't
yeah.
you dare. I will kill you.
Oh,
I'll
you
sing
would
it
not.
live. I'll sing it live for you.
Okay.
But
All right.
don't.
We'll do it next time. We'll sing it live next time. So we are so thankful. Going to say goodbye to you two. Send you to the green room. Hang tight. We'll be right with you. Schedule part 2 and see you in a minute. Amazing. Oh my goodness. Every week, Scott, I'm telling you, it gets better and better.
This is what I say is that we have the most remarkable people on the planet on the experience every week, live with Russ and Scott. And today was a stunning example of what that means.
And I'm so thankful today for everybody in our community, especially those watching today. And if you're watching on #replay, thank you so much. You remember, you can share this out and you can tag people all the way through the show. So I want to remind you that when you're watching, don't forget, even if you're watching on replay, you can still share it. And so share this out and tag people today. And don't forget also that we would love for you to be part of our YouTube community. Go to the experience.video and you can subscribe today. We're trying to build that up and join our YouTube community. It would be so amazing. And, again, we've had several of the authors this morning. Jill just dropped in, and hi, Jill. And we have had Susanna here, and there's so many more amazing friends. Susanna's right here in Portland, by the way. And this Christine Smith gal, I think you know her a little bit. And we're thankful for all of them. And Michael Holt was also here, and this was our dinner.
Dinner with him. There he is.
There we are, dinner last week, and he's right next to you across the table. And my beautiful wife and I, and Noopy and your beautiful wife, and she had to sit between the two of you so you'd behave. Yeah. Anyway, no, it was great.
We've got a lot coming on. I just want to remind people again, the Independent Planner, 4-month undated planner, instructions, pages, goal setting, goal tracking, journaling. It is designed for entrepreneurs. That's just what you need. No flowery quotes because, Russ, I know that you feel the same that I do, is that what we do is inspiration and motivation enough. I don't need quotes from other people. What we do changes lives, and today's show is another example, bringing some remarkable folks.
Oh my goodness.
CJ and Noopy and sharing some of their words, just a glimpse into what they're doing. What a great moment that is for us.
It is amazing. So as we wrap things up here, Scott, I just want to thank you so much. What a blessed friend you are. You have meant more to me than most with all that you have done. And I appreciate that, all that you've done. You and Christine are amazing people, and wishing you a happy Thanksgiving, reminding everybody that we will be here next Wednesday, 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, for your listening and viewing pleasure on The Experience Live with Russ and Scott. And before that, next week, 6:30 a.m. with our friend Shri on Instagram only on The Experience Backstage. And don't forget, tomorrow, short message on Marketing with Russ at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in the morning. And then the big show, Russ Reels Live, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with my good friend D. Scott Smith and friends, celebrating the hashtag 1000 movement. In fact, it was Shri and Dr. Cindy Milligan. And Dr. Cindy and you are the two that really came up with the hashtag 1000 thanks. So just want to remind everybody to remember to be thankful and have an amazing, amazing Thanksgiving. Scott, any last words before we go?
Well, I'm just excited. Christine's on the screen right now. We've got her show coming up at 9 a.m. Go to agingbetternetwork.com, or you can find her on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/in/Christine-Smith, 9 a.m. Great show every week.
And Kermie is excited. And as we roll, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Have a blessed and amazing weekend. See you next week. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to The Experience Live with Russ and Scott. If you enjoyed today's show, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or subscribe on YouTube. See you next time.